everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag Blind. I'm your host, LisonFaye, and last time, well, we managed to finish a sequence and we got bumped back to the present day. So, what kind of messages do I have now? Evan Dean research something. Hey there, buddy pal. What's that they've got you're researching over there? Hush hush, top secret, good for you. You, Abstergo protege, you. At least they trust someone. Glad it's you. Great. Hang on. Cool. Maybe I'll have more sticky notes. More computers. Map. Where am I going? I'm going there. I'm guessing those are computers I haven't hacked. Probably because... Right? Oh no, this is what I can do, apparently. Okay. Right. Now I'm vaguely remembering... how that works. Though I think the teleporters are new. So, Antikytherian mechanism. Originally assumed to be an analog computing device built for the purposes of determining the future positions of astral bodies, Abstergo industry scientists have recently discovered that the Antikytheria mechanism is merely one of a small portion of a larger tool, a so-called prognostication machine, very minority report, thought to have been used by the first civilization to make probability-based predictions of future events. It has been confirmed, for instance, that our precursor race used such a device in conjunction with their inherent precognitive abilities to locate and contact Mr. Desmond Miles and the source of Sample 17 strand for purposes that shall remain classified. It is also known that due to the nature of these quantum probability measurements that such machines would have been exceedingly difficult to use, and that many hundreds of thousands of trials would have been needed to peak such great distances into the future. Okay. Baghdad battery. A mystery that has puzzled scientists for decades. This Baghdad battery's ultimate secret has finally been discovered. This year, researchers at Abstergo Industries determined that these batteries contained, at one time, a synthetic precursor element capable of producing power by harnessing energy generated by the passage of time, eerily similar to what theoretical physicists have called time crystals. This unknown crystalline material was able to generate tiny but unlimited levels of energy simply by siphoning energy from the passage of time itself. Though minute, the resulting power was likely enough to power a small LED, resulting in a humble but incredibly efficient means of producing light. To date, the functioning precursor time crystal has not been located. I wonder if this comes back up in Mirage? Because I believe Mirage takes place in Baghdad? I don't know. And I won't know for a while. Um, blood vials. This little is known about the function of these blood vials, though dozens have been found since Abstergo took an interest in their recovery at some point in the late 1980s. To date, only 3 have been found with their original contents intact. Of these, only 1 contained a confirmed sample of precursor DNA. Abstergo Industries executives have expressed a particular interest in locating more precursor DNA and, if possible, samples of our so-called mitochondrial Eve. As far-fetched as this sounds, please take special care to identify any files you might stumble upon in a memory replay. Unfortunately, as the average half-life of DNA is a mere 500 years, any sample old enough to belong to either source, 80,000 years or more, will have degraded well beyond usefulness. We suspect it will require a minimum of over 250 similarly preserved samples and a hell of a lot of luck to sequence the entire precursor genome, though the true figure is probably somewhere closer to 500. Crystal skulls. Well, now we know where Indiana Jones got it from. These ancient tools have been found on a few separate occasions at alleged precursor sites throughout the world. All are communication devices to some degree, although 3 distinct varieties have been discovered so far. The first crystal skull worked much like the mobile telephony devices we use today. These allowed multi-node communication between all who possessed a working device. A second crystal skull was later discovered to have a record and playback function, meaning a user could record and send audio-visual messages to multiple parties as frequently as he saw fit. A third set of crystal skulls, discovered only recently, seem to have acted as a passive monitoring devices, such as televisions and multi-camera surveillance system setup. As yet, the cameras on the opposite end of this setup have not been found. It is unclear why these communication devices were designed to resemble such a macabre piece of anatomy, but we have no reason to suspect our precursor race, as intelligent as they were, didn't occasionally fall victim to gaudy fashion. Memory seals. These devices, powerful in function but limited in scope, were used by the precursor for civilization to record brief memory impressions, which could then be played back or re-experienced by another user at a later date. Judging by their scarcity, fewer than 40 have ever been found or accounted for. It appears that these seals were not wielded casually by the precursor race, but were intended for use only by the wealthiest and most powerful members of that society. To date, no seals containing recorded precursor memories have been found, and only a few have been known to contain any information whatsoever. The seals used by the assassin Altair ibn al-Hahad had to pass memory information to Ezio Auditore da Firenze, are suspected to be functional to this day, but as of this writing, their whereabouts are unknown. As a point of interest, it can be revealed that many of Abstergo's early breakthroughs in genetic memory technology came about through close study of these artifacts, although current Animus technology is not based on their architecture. Voynich manuscript. A fascinating puzzle, as yet unsolved. We are deeply interested in finding the person or persons responsible for the creation of this magnificent and mystifying tome. All researchers assigned to European subjects living in the 15th and 16th centuries should be advised to pay special heed to any mention of this rare and valuable artifact. Though recent carbon dating has given the manuscript a birth date of 1405 or thereabouts, Abstergo Industries has uncovered highly classified information that complicates this theory greatly. One subject of great interest to us in this endeavor is the English philosopher Roger Bacon. Alright, well then. And I have one more neighbor. Who's currently not at their desk. There we go. Core access granted. Yay! Please be something that is read to me. Dang it. Olivier, here's the initial presentation I received. It's a little light on facts, but these guys know what they're doing. We'll know more when they arrive on Monday. Let me know if you feel like attending. John. From Bloom. Why now? Why wait? Why Bloom? As the world's foremost innovator of high-tech, high-performance communications and security technology, Bloom stands poised to reshape the way we think about information security architecture. ISA, okay, so that's what that's going to stand for. Specializing in everything from mobile telephony to home computing to digital imaging processors to network security systems, we take great pride in the fact that we helped create most of the markets we now dominate. And nowhere is our expertise more apparent than in our flagship product, CTOS, a groundbreaking proprietary security software operating system. What is CTOS? Confidential, privacy is security, integral. How do we ever do business without it? Accessible, the touch of a button, available, we're everywhere, all the time, stable, it just works. Put simply, CTOS is the most stable and user-friendly software security controller ever devised. Can Abstergo afford to pass up perfection? The CTOS dream, the Bloom promise. A dozen cities, 100 major corporations, 1,000 small businesses, all for almost a decade. CTOS has served its clients' need with a track record unparalleled in the modern age. Those are actually really small numbers. How do we do it? Durable, ultralight HD cameras, ultra-speed fiber optic networking, proprietary facial recognition software, multiple fail-safe data centers, cloud-compatible intelligence sharing, 24-hour customer support and service, unlike Ubisoft. In short, we have everything Abstergo needs to protect the unique intellectual property, its unique intellectual property, and more. The future is Bloom. We look forward to working with you. Okay. All right.
Left a couple of books on my desk, and they disappeared for a few days.
Was it me?
Stolen?
Well, someone returned them a few days later with a little note that said, thanks, but still, scary.
Not quite the same, though, is it?
I wonder what happened to her. Yep, it's this room. Okay, post-it notes, or I'm sorry, sticky notes. I have to make sure that I'm using the general term.
Be careful now. As the data moves, there are security programs constantly monitoring the data flow. You need to sneak past them, or they will destroy your data and send it back home.
Yep. Good, so I'm now playing Frogger. Access granted.
Okay, it's been a few weeks since the last recording. Sorry about that. Of course, I guess it's just a few seconds for you. We'll leap down the playlist. Anyway, I was talking about Clay. Casmeric, Subject 16. So, when I fell into a coma back in Italy and woke up in the Animus Black Room, it was, so calming. It felt like I had woken up into a dream. Haze. A dream where none of this mess had ever happened. Felt like I should just be getting ready for another day of pouring drinks at bad weather and another day of complaining about being between girlfriends and wondering what the hell to do with myself. But when I saw Clay just sitting there, it started to come back, piece by piece. And when he told me about Lucy, it hurt. Realizing that I killed her without thinking or feeling anything. Not at the time, anyway. Well, then, things just kept piling on. There were more memories of Ezio and Altair and the first civilization. And then, right before he vanished, Clay passed on his memories to me. He showed me everything he had seen and lived through, and it was brief, but overwhelming. Not really sure how to explain. He saw glimpses of Adam and Eve and their escape from slavery. He saw the beginning and the end of the war between the first Civ and humans. He saw Minerva, Juno, and Tinia trying to work out their calculations. At least that's what they called them. They had these tools, these powerful machines that could predict possible futures. Not what was going to happen, but what could happen. Probabilities. And, well, they spent a lot of energy trying to figure out what was the most likely scenario for the future. Theirs and ours. And in the end, I guess they figured I was their most likely candidate. Some guy named Desmond living at the beginning of the 21st century of the Common Era. But which Desmond was the right one? Because, you see, probability is a weird thing. It can branch out in so many ways. Which version of me did they need? Was it the Desmond who got married early and had a son? One who stayed single in New York? Or was it the Desmond who moved to San Francisco to be a waiter? Maybe it was the Desmond who worked at an auto body shop in Chicago, or maybe it was the me who never ran away from his parents in the first place. First Civ had countless variations to choose from, but in the end, the lucky one was me. I'm the Desmond their best calculations spit out. I'm the Desmond they left their messages for, and I guess I have to live with that honor. What an honor.
Oh boy.
Pretty tired. There'll be more later. Ciao.
Cool. Alright. I'm sure Melanie's just waiting for me patiently. I'll just tell her I was in the bathroom for a very long time. Alright, more Frogger. Oh, crap. I've got time here. over. There we go. You know, everyone inputs their password incorrectly the first time when they've been up and away for too long.
I have now resumed the practice of dressing as a man, and have put off my woman's dress.
Why did you take it? Who made you take it?
I took it of my own free will, with no constraint. I prefer a man's dress to a woman's.
You made an oath, Jeanne. You swore to never again dress as a man.
I never meant to swear that I would not resume the practice.
Why have you done so?
Because it is more lawful and suitable for me to return to the practice of wearing a man's dress, being always among men, than to have a woman's dress. I have resumed it because a promise made to me has not been kept.
How is he?
Hour 3, doing well.
Are we still in 18th century Hungary?
No, his connection is so stable he's jumped between a few ancestors today. We're in 15th century France now. Turns out he's related to one of Joan of Arc's executioners.
Surprise.
Eileen, yesterday Vidic asked me to help him work out some of the bugs in his audiovisual renderer, and I told him...
No. Come on, Satish, not you.
It wouldn't be permanent. A few months at most.
Months? That will kill every ounce of momentum we have.
It won't, I promise. Honestly, I think this could help us. If I can get a look at what these people are doing, we could...
Come on. He's trying to pull you over to his side. Don't you see that? He's luring you with quick victory and prestige.
That's not what this is about, honestly.
I need to get back to work.
Eileen, I'm sorry.
Do what you must. I'll survive.
Surrogate Initiative, Test Session 32, April 2nd, 1981. Host Eileen Bach, DNA sample SB1970.
Miriam, are you awake?
What?
Miriam, they're coming for me.
Oh, is it guards?
I see them from my window, massing in the courtyard. My time is up.
Bartle, don't say this. You don't know that.
Forgive me for this, Miriam. But I must tell you something. The artifact. We have it. But only Oscar and I know its location.
Don't tell me.
They will release you. Your family has connections. You must take the artifact and bring it to the assassins in Paris.
Please don't. I don't want to know. It's safer if I don't.
Hush now. If I die, knowledge of its location dies with me. You must bring it to the assassins.
Assassins? I don't understand.
It's a spire of St. Petrus.
No, I don't want to hear.
Sound 7! Stand!
Well, I'm glad the game turned down the audio for that. And didn't just deafen me.
Hello?
Eileen, hi. It's Carl.
Carl, I know it's you.
Sorry, you just sound exhausted. Did I wake you?
No, I've just been busy.
It sounds like it.
I'm just a little tired, that's all.
No, I mean, your project sounds fascinating. Your colleague, Dr. Warren Vidic, he called me recently and he told me what you've been up to.
He what? Warren?
Yeah, he told us about your research, memories, ancestry, all of that. He even asked if we'd be willing to come in and...
No! Jesus, no! What the hell is he doing?
Eileen, it's okay. We signed some papers, non-disclosure stuff.
No! He's trying to fuck me over! Damn it!
Eileen, we just talked about my mother, just like you and I did. World War II. That's all.
It's the artifact.
The what?
Carl, if he calls you again, you tell him you work through me, okay? That's it. Vidic has been a pain in my ass for years, and I don't need him getting all the glory for my 2 years of hard work.
All right. So how should I go about this? I mean, the wheels are in motion.
I don't know. Just go through me if he contacts you again. Please?
All right.
You'll do that?
Of course. Yes.
Thank you, Carl. I'm sorry I was short with you. I've just been exhausted. That's all.
It's all right, hon. Just take care of yourself.
Morning, Eileen. We're almost ready. Just a few more adjustments.
Okay.
I had the team do some research on this artifact we've been chasing, and it appears the Third Reich actually found something matching its description sometime in 1940. Eileen, are you all right?
Sorry, yeah. I'm fine. Just a little scattered. Vidic called my ex-husband last night. He wants to put him in the Animus.
To find the artifact before us?
Exactly.
Well, it would be fast using Vidic's Animus. And maybe that would get us back to our original work.
Satish, if we let that happen, then all our money dries up. Lillian is paying for us to find the artifact, not improve our methods. Do you understand?
Right, of course.
I'm sorry. Let's just burn those bridges when we cross them. Are we ready?
Yes, just a few more adjustments, Senorian. I made a small change to the genetic input modulator. I'm hoping that buys us a few more minutes.
Even a few seconds would be nice. I'm ready.
All right. Settle in.
Interesting. Well then. I'm glad they mentioned Joan of Arc, because otherwise I was actually going, wait, are they talking about Aveline's mother? Because that would have also been interesting. In its own way. Maybe not to them, but to us as the player. Alright. Let's... go meet Melanie.
Over here. Are you ready? He's waiting for us.
Alright, let's go.
I just watched some of your footage from this week. It's amazing. Blackbeard was mental. And we all got so excited that we started talking about this idea for a trailer about him. Maybe start with him drinking, talking to some pirates, telling a story. Then, we cut to him leaping across the deck of his boat and... Sorry, his ship, not boat. But jumping around the deck of his ship, swinging from ropes, and fighting like a devil. I mean, obviously, we're gonna have to manipulate some of the existing footage to get it looking good, but it could be great. I'm getting a shiver in my timbers just thinking about it. Sorry.
Uh-huh. Alright.
Bonjour, ça va? I hope we're not late.
No, you can go right...
Hi, Melanie. I saw you just walked in. I need a few minutes with you alone. Laetitia is on the phone and we're discussing the Canway project.
Oh, yes, of course. Sorry about this. I'll call you when we're ready.
Great.
Shouldn't be long.
Hello? Hello? Do you have a second? Of course you do. Head to the waypoint on your map. I have another job for you. I'd like to link all the cameras in the building to a central monitoring system, but most aren't calibrated correctly.
Alright. Guessing it's around here.
Another locked door. Not a problem. Voila. You now have level 2 security clearance. Not bad for your first few weeks. Find the camera control station first.
Alright, where am I going? Over here. Oh, I'm gonna get to maybe hack his computer at some point, it seems.
I'll update your communicator.
Alright.
Oh, this is an interesting security measure. It looks like you need to find the right combination of numbers to adjust the wave. Easy enough, right? pick a number selector, then change its value. Once you find the right combination of numbers, you should get access.
Okay. Okay, so I have a number that's currently selected, and the possible values for the number. Okay. So this is 1, it means I have 1 cycle. Maybe? No. That... looks... close? Hey, there we go.
It works.
And if we want information on assassins or Templars or the observatory or whatever the fuck else interests us, Olivier, you will deliver it. Full stop.
Uh-huh.
I understand that, Leticia. I'm sorry if that came out wrong. We are not trying to be a bottleneck here, but we just don't have the resources right now to do 2 times the research.
Finding that balance is your priority. Your entertainment products are simply a means to pay the bills for larger and more important work. That's the way the world works. Dirty money buys clean hospitals. You get it?
We're on board, Letitia. Rest assured. We have our best employee working on this, but it will take time.
That means you.
Good. And thank you. The both of you. I look forward to seeing what you deliver. Until then, I'll see you at the shareholders meeting, Olivier.
Looking forward to it. Bye-bye. Tabarnak! It's a little too early for that kind of abuse, huh? Come on.
Oh boy.
So, what's next?
We do as the lady says. Focus on the observatory.
Assassins, Templars, crazy talk. I'm curious about this shareholders meeting, though. How about you break into Olivier's office and see if you can find his schedule? Oh, what? You don't like that idea? Well, how about I blow the fucking whistle on you, hacker? I own you. What I mean is, I don't want to ruin your life, so do as I say. Now, step over to the window.
Hey, cool. Sticky note number 9. Admit them and submit to them. Yes, we submit that by being ourselves, the product of an advanced yet earthbound race of intelligent humanoids, we must also therefore be tools ourselves and subject to the intents and purposes of our creators, despite our limited agency. Cool. Alright. Well then. That is something. I am going to go ahead and leave this episode here. And we'll continue being in the present day next time. I want to thank you all so much for tuning in to this episode. And in the meantime, in between time, take care, have fun, and happy trails.